make Where's my sticks?
Ja
So where do we
pierdolę.
get more sticks.
O kurwa. Kurwa.
Get another sword, so I'll have 2 swords. And then a couple more axes. Make alright. Where's my sticks? That should be fine.
Ja pierdolę.
4 sticks. Put everything
Fucking
away so I don't
pig
lose
roach.
anything, right?
Pig roach.
Alright.
Pig roach.
Now, we can go to that cave and just do some basic resource gathering.
Okay, chat, we are live. We are alive.
When I say
Yeah, I
cave,
can't
not
lie.
the cave that we were at,
I can't
that I
lie.
kept dying at.
The
There's a
pig
further
roach.
cave
The
that we
pig
actually
roach has
didn't go to and do
infected
anything
me.
with yet. Put some of my food away.
I think I'm
didn't
going
I?
under
I thought I did.
pignosis.
Shit. I totally thought I put some food away. Good eye. Good eye, the block.
Good eye the block. God, Phil is so fucking. Ugh. I'm sat here, proud to have provided the thumbnail. Yeah, shout out. I've named the. So I saved the
Throw the
image. I've
fish.
named the file 102 patio, but it's not the fucking 102 patio.
Throw the fish.
I'd change it if I could be asked. Wow, my mouse is really like sensitive. I fucking hate him. I hate the pig roach. Watching him play Minecraft
Joe, it's over
genuinely
here.
is causing me to have a fucking stroke. Because he sat there.
Straight ahead,
He's
see it?
mined a furnace
The
with
other
his
cave was
bare
right down
hands.
there.
This is all in
That one,
20 minutes,
that's
by
like
the
a
way.
lost cause. There's too many
He's
enemies
mined
there.
a furnace
I'm
with
gonna
his
try this
bare
cave.
hands and then been surprised as to why it's taken like 2 minutes to mine the furnace and he's not got it back. He's then also
Alright.
fucking said that spiders
Again, guys, please support the stream. It's
perma
been a
attack
half
you
an hour.
during the day.
If we had any support,
All
we're
while
doing good.
grifting like this.
But now momentum is Peter. We do not want to lose momentum. Oh, I want a pig, but I didn't bring.
We
any
don't want to
friggin',
lose
things
momentum
to
or I'll
attract the
give
pig
up
with.
Minecraft.
As you can
You
see, lots of animals
fucking,
tend to
he's a
spawn down there in the
grifter.
grass.
I really...
It's a good place to get animals.
I really wanted to come on live as well and actually make my fucking point because I can make it better on live than I can in text.
Oh, ow!
And my point is
I don't like
that
that drop.
DSP would genuinely... Okay, I want you to imagine a world, yeah. I want you to imagine a world where Phil decides to keep the Grill
iron,
Phil
right there.
segment
Is that an enemy spawner?
for like that PPP did with him on Smart Guys, but instead of having PPP rip into him for free, instead he tells people that he is not going to ban anyone for the next hour. I just want you to imagine that. I want you to imagine how much fucking money Phil would make, because Phil doesn't read chat to begin with.
Did he break that?
And most, well, I say most, a good portion of detractors are Phil fans. They're ex-Phil fans. Because Phil creates detractors every fucking day of the week. Like, Phil has
Do you
created...
think they put enough?
He's
spider
definitely
webs in this
created at least
hallway?
30
Holy
today.
Mackerel.
Just detractors.
Ridiculous amount of
Well,
spider
that's
webs.
probably a over-exaggeration, but my point, you get my point. Like, he creates detractors, and he creates a fucking lot of them. Because he's such an arsehole. So I want you to imagine, Phil
Fuck, that was
lets
a bad
those
idea.
detractors have a voice. Now, obviously,
That was a
Phil
real
doesn't
bad
read
idea.
chat to begin with. So he's just going to ignore any comments like that come in. But he gets troll tips at the moment, and if he starts reading them out, just he would open the floodgates. And I just want you to imagine how much fucking money he'd make. I swear to you, I'm not going to sit here and say that Phil's a success by any means, because I don't think he is personally. However, I will say that Phil has got to be the luckiest man to walk the face of this earth, and that is a hill that I will die on.
Okay.
Because
Wow, there's a lot
no
here. Oh, this
one,
was right out.
no one is
actually
as
the
lucky as
entrance right
Phil
here.
Burnell.
It looks like this shouldn't have been
Like,
the entrance, but it blew up or something.
Tell me
see?
I'm wrong right now and
Totally looked like
prove
blew
it.
up.
I swear you won't be able to. Because there's no way, yeah? There's no way someone files oops. Files for bankruptcy. I'm actually getting
Yeah, this
pretty
sucks
bored
with
of
no
Minecraft
torches,
pretty
dude.
quick. Which is quite bad.
Stupid copper.
I'm getting pretty fucking bored of this game.
Iron.
I've been cured of the pignosis already.
Here?
Yeah, so
I have no torch. I have to craft torches.
I
just got coal, so now I can
shit,
go
what was I
craft
saying?
torches.
I've been fucking sidetracked. No, I've actually been stonewalled. I've just completely forgot. Oh yeah.
All right, I'm gonna have to leave and come back.
I'm convinced 110% DSP. Just like literally, if there's a god above, that god is watching Philip Burnell's streams every day. That god is the reason Phil hits his tip goals more often than not. I swear to you, nobody is as lucky as DSP.
Right? If only you could pick them up and bring them to your base. That'd be
Think
perfect.
about it this way, yeah.
Pig, right?
This man has been able to spend hundreds of thousands on a mobile game
He doesn't want a pumpkin.
and not have to lose his house.
No pumpkin. Come on.
You can't really say that about anyone else.
I need iron. There's no iron here.
There aren't many others on this planet that have like
copper.
been able to fucking do that. Phil genuinely, he went bankrupt, for Christ's sake. He went bankrupt, and obviously, like, there was a little bit of shady shit going on there.
If only I could attract the piggy.
But he fucking... Oh, God, he went bankrupt. And here he is in 2025. Still streaming. Still doing the same shit. Phil hasn't had to get a job for over 17 years.
He does not eat pumpkin.
And that, to me, like...
Sucks. I'd love to have pigs.
He's getting funded by retards.
But I can't
like, he is,
seeds for wheat.
without a doubt, the luckiest man on this planet. Not lucky because he's successful.
Right here?
Lucky because he hasn't been drowned by debt yet.
All right, I need to get wheat seeds.
Lucky because a rope in his back garden hasn't been the only way to see a light in his life. Like, he somehow has managed to get bailout after bailout after bailout. You'd think at some point the rope would end.
Biome right there. Look,
but it doesn't. It doesn't. That lifeline keeps growing fucking longer.
Oh, they're popping in. Look, all the creatures.
And that's what I mean when I say Phil's
the food they like.
Got to be one of the luckiest people on the planet.
Oh, the sun's going down. I'm gonna have to get out of here.
God, I am actually getting really fucking bored of this game.
There's some seeds. All right, let's get out of here for now.
I wanted to say as well, I think Phil, I don't think he's intelligent by any stretch of the imagination. But I think after 17 years, he's finally starting to understand his fan base. And that's probably because PPP told him. One sec, I'm going to...
We do that. How do I get lure a chicken?
Sneeze. Fucking hell.
I wonder what a chicken.
I don't know why every time I come into my room, I sneeze.
I've forgotten all of this. I used to know all of this. I've forgotten all this stuff about Minecraft.
Like, I don't sneeze for 12 hours at work, but as soon as I come back into my room, I fucking sneeze.
Total Minecraft forgetfulness. All right, that's a cave. Oh, God, it's a witch. Do the witches have anything good? Oh, all the animals.
You take one look at DSP.
All the enemies are showing up. I gotta get out of here.
And what do you think? Like,
freaking witch.
Zero interesting or redeeming qualities. So what's the point in watching him?
Seeds
for me, I'm like,
follow me if I pulled out a seed. Well,
I'm very.
I wouldn't have made it.
DSP to me is like a train wreck. I can't stop watching. I just can't take my eyes away from it. I can sometimes when it gets really fucking dead, but especially with all the shit going on recently, and like even the Switch 2's coming out now, like
in the middle of the night, the creepy crawlers come to play. They come to kick your ass.
Brilliant.
They grab your butt.
Like, you know, there's like 100% grift there. I will say, I thought, well, I didn't. Like, as soon as I saw this, it all sort of clicked for me.
Sleep it off.
And that was like, Phil.
Oh, what?
Phil has managed,
Can't
yeah.
rest 'cause there's monsters outside my
He's
house?
managed
That
to
sucks.
understand
I'm not
his
going
fan
out there.
base
Screw it.
to the level
I'm not
that
going out there.
if he orchestrates a little
received a $2 tip.
situation where the trolls are doing this and that to him, he's
You wonder what yawning
aware
is? I get that we get tired. What's
his
the function
fans
of it?
will give him money
Oxygen.
to
When
felt
you
the
yawn,
trolls.
essentially means you're wanting,
And
you need to put more
I genuinely
oxygen
think
into your
PPP
bloodstream.
told him that.
And
I
there's
think
various different
PPP would have
reasons
told
that
him
can
your
happen.
fans will give you money if
you're
they believe it's to
tired,
spite the
It
trolls.
could happen, but there's other reasons as well.
I think that's why people give him money, and I think Phil
You
is
ever wonder when someone says
genuinely
yawn, or
just
you see
trying
someone
to
yawn,
push
all of a
it
sudden you feel the need
as
to
far
yawn?
as he can.
You ever notice that?
I wouldn't be surprised if he flicked up and showed that fucking order number.
Yes, I know. I need to
On
put torches on the
purpose.
outside of my house. I never got around to it.
God, he's so boring, and
So
he's
let's
quite
do that
loud
now.
for
Let's
me
grab
as well.
some sticks.
I'm turning
Let's
him
make
down.
torches. Let's put them all around the
Fucking
house.
pig roach. I genuinely. Oh God, I had the Cinderblock logo over him. Matter of fact, why don't we
BM
restream
Skim,
it
who are
like
you?
this?
Welcome, BM Skim, to the stream over on YouTube. They said they're new. Welcome.
Because the game is just so pointless.
I'm going to torch it up. Nice.
But looking at Phil's,
Why am I playing on controller? Quite frankly, just because I'm used to it. When I played this originally over 5
which
years ago, I
images is
played it
on?
on
There we go.
Xbox One. So I learned Minecraft on controller. So it just feels more comfortable now. I firmly believe
we'll
it
hide
would
this
be
one for
better
now, and then we'll make this
to
bigger.
play it on keyboard and mouse, but I'm just kind of just
Perfect.
habits, right? So might as well just do it. All right, here we go.
Perfect. Now it looks like DSP is playing my game. Let me take a screenshot of this
Man, I gotta fix
perfect
this.
layout.
This is a mess. Look at this. Look what happened. Stupid creeper blew up. How much to name an animal? I said for a $20 contribution.
Should I
you
put
can-
him on
I have a
mute?
name tag, and you can name one of my animals. I only have one name tag so far.
Because if I put him on mute,
Yes, that's how I used to do it. It was $20. You can name a creature. And we have
God, I
bunch
need to
of,
fucking.
cows, sheep, and we have a camel. One camel so
Oh
far.
shit!
But I am gonna try to now.
I kind of
plant
wish
the
he didn't
wheat,
have the fucking.
And then I can use that wheat
oh, there's two
to
of them.
grow or to.
I kind of wish he didn't
get more
have the
animals.
green screen.
You wanna call me
Because if he
uncle?
didn't have the
That's
green
very
screen, I
bizarre.
could
Please do not call me uncle. I'm disturbed.
I could
plant
fucking
the wheat here.
clip that
How
area,
does it
crop
work?
that area. So it looks like Phil's just commentating over my game.
No. How do I plant?
God,
wheat?
it might have been a bad move streaming this, I can't lie. Because I'm bored, and I'm bored of watching fucking Phil.
I need to use the hoe to get the ground.
Do you know what I'm
ready.
going to do,
Yeah.
actually?
Forgot about all this crap. You're right.
I'm going to spin the wheel.
Wait, I didn't put up the torches. I got
I'm going to let
distracted.
fate decide what I do.
It's too easily distracted.
Okay. Okay. God, I'm closing my eyes for
Got
this.
some bones.
Oh! We've been saved. 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 We've been saved.
There we go. Leave my place alone, evil creatures. All right. There was a lot of torches, but we got the job done, I think.
Phil has bored me to death. Minecraft
Alright.
has partly bored me to death. But I'm streaming now, so I might as fucking well. I might as well restream PCL. Since I'm here.
Okay, a hoe.
And because I feel like streaming. I need to see if anyone's got dibs on Saturday. Because if they don't,
Shovel.
I
Oh.
want Saturday restream. For now.
Okay.
Let's get this fucking pig roach off my screen. Let me at people. Who else restreams? I suppose Pat has restreamed before. Let me at him. Okay. Yeah, I want Saturday stream. Right. I suppose first things first, I've got to find a game. Vampire Survivors, Vampire Survivors, Vampire Survivors is in the running. We could, I mean, we could sit there and play Lies of P again. I don't think so. The Steam games I've got to play are. I don't even really have to play Vampire Survivors. It's more just a thing I'd whack on when I'm bored. We're gonna put a wheel spin on again. God, Bleach Rebirth of Souls, because I'm just gonna be sitting through the story stuff, so it's not really gonna make for like a good stream game. But it would make for some good like background noise. Background noise? No, it would be good while I've got background noise on. That being the fucking after hours or some shit. Do I want to do after hours? Maybe. Do Persona 5. Play Persona 5 again. Thing is, I don't really have like I'd have to buy new ones. I could play Neo, actually. I could play Neo. Let me ask in chat. If Neo's any good, I'll give it a go. Bro, I think the Cinderblock boys have gone creatively bankrupt. That's what I think's happened. Nobody's in the Cinderblock chat. The Cinderblock boys have fell off. I think, you know, I'll put it in the wheel spin. I'll put it in the wheel spin. I'm literally. I really should have thought about this. Ooh. I hope this one wins. Not that it matters, because if I just sit there and decide, actually, I want to play this, I will just play it. I'm kind of looking at my Steam library. Should I get Sonic Shadow Generations and play that? See how much it is. I would need to download it, and I can't be asked. It's fallen on Neo, but I don't know if I'm gonna let my hands of fate dictate what I play. Right, I'll tell you what we're gonna do. Actually, I'm gonna take out this. Boom. No way. No way does it go 2 for 2, Neo. It looks like we're doing a fucking... I will play it. I'll play it. Does he do a 4-hour-long after hours? Fuck off. I'll save it to watch later. But God knows I can't be bothered watching a 4-hour-long after hours. We want a more recent one, because Tom's at his most confident recently. But because he doesn't upload, because he's a fucking retard, he doesn't upload them in date order. He just uploads random ones. But because he's uploading, he has all of these archived. Which is crazy, because that must be taking up so much fucking storage space. And you know he's got hard copies of all of these too. Like, he hasn't deleted them. They're all on his hard drive. He's in 2021. How has he not even, like, breached 2022 yet? We're all going to be dead before Tom Brennan finishes uploading his after hours. I feel like this one's a bit of a devious one to put on. We want one that isn't, like, stupidly long. But was also this year. Not this year, but fucking recent, more recent.
Hey, welcome to my pool party.
I'll settle for this one. I'll settle for this one. Right. We've got the video. We're locked in. We're locked in.
I think Tony should come back if you can let him in the door.
Nope, not allowed. He's not allowed in my home ever again. Not allowed in my home ever again. I'm sorry.
We're locked
No,
in.
he's coming.
Nemus,
What?
I've...
He's coming in the pool. He had to
God,
He's not allowed in my home again.
I've just nearly had a
He had to get his
stroke.
bathing suit. He's coming.
Because I thought it would be a good idea to start restreaming DSP
No, you gotta stay in there for. You gotta
and
stay in there for a
fucking
minute. That's not a minute.
playing Minecraft.
Back up.
He's not allowed
I
in my
somehow
home
got
again.
bored of Minecraft
Sit back
within
down.
15 minutes. And DSP is just, like, really irritating
How does that
to
water feel?
watch.
With Sprite.
So
How does it feel?
I've made the conscious decision
Sugar water.
to
Disgusting.
restream another
Take a sip.
after hours
Go fuck yourself, weirdo.
Yeah,
while
that
at the
doesn't look
same
very full, so
time
Tony's coming in
playing
with a bunch of
Neo.
Sprite.
He's not allowed in my house.
I've
He's coming in,
played
he's got
3.6
he actually
hours of
coming in
Neo
this iPad
apparently,
here,
but I
opens the
just
door
don't
right
remember
now.
it.
He's got a lot of Sprite with him. He's got some 7-Up.
Not allowed. Fuck you. The computer being shut off.
No, he can't. No, he's coming in. He's got a. Actually, he went to 7-Eleven. He's got a bunch of super big gulps filled with Sprite.
But yeah, fucking Phil stream.
Goodbye, Perry.
Oh
See you on
my
Monday.
god. I can't do it. I can't do it. So we're gonna watch Neo is good. Yeah, I don't remember it.
Thanks
Apparently
for,
it's
sticking
mostly
around. I came
playable
back
with
on
my
because,
DualSense controller.
couple
So we're about
people
to see how
would never
fucking
come back
playable
on
it
a
is.
Friday stream because they stay up on YouTube, and it still will.
Lots of
but I
weapon
do have to take
variety.
this down,
You know
put it
what,
up
yeah?
because I gotta join
Because
the
I
two
was
parts
like
together.
buddy
So
trolling
I'm gonna do
Kingdom
that as
Hearts
fast as I
fan for a
possibly
bit.
can.
One of Phil's
I don't have to do
dents.
really much editing, I just gotta
because he's quite
Big
funny.
YouTube streams,
Like,
I gotta put them in
and I
editing
don't mean
thing,
he's
and
funny in the
then
sense
we
that
merge them, and then it takes a
gotta
little while to
restream his
encode,
shitty
and then you
podcast.
gotta upload it
Yeah,
to
I
YouTube
might
for some
do.
reason.
I might do.
The uploading to YouTube is
Because
taking
it's
longer
just
and longer, so
it like that's the
it'll
best
come back
part
online.
about Phil.
The YouTube will be
Because
up
he
online.
loves
Again,
to
like
drop
I said,
himself in it,
Friday streams always stay up on
and he will
YouTube,
point
and
out
now
all of his own
it's back
hypocrisies.
up, so but I didn't plan for that in my day.
I'm gonna
because I
turn
do
this
have
up a
other
little
things
bit.
I have to do, but now, so I'm gonna try to do my best to get that up.
But yeah,
for
Phil
those
will
asking,
point out all of his own
the reason why I
hypocrisies.
ended,
Um,
of course, I'm sure people have surmised. Perry said the bad word. Perry said the F word when he was really going hard at Tony. And I'll leave it up. I'll just mute that part out.
but I
I'll
thought
leave it
because
up.
I've turned on the stream, I might as well
The stream's on,
restream
I don't know, something like a 25-second delay.
some
God
after
forbid
hours and
Perry
sit
says
through 'em.
something really bad. I can kill it.
His
And by the
shameless
way,
begging
I
is
looked into it.
hilarious.
We'd probably be
Today,
okay in certain contexts. 'Cause I see a lot of YouTube
he's
videos
banning
where people throw that word around
anyone
quite a bit. It's
who
not,
tells him
it's not
that
quite the no-no on the level of some of the other
Walmart
no-no
cancelled
words,
his order
but still,
because he
I'd like
tried to
err on the
order
side of
2 Switch
caution
2s,
and not have it.
I
'Cause here's
think
the thing
Phil
with
did
YouTube. Now,
it
Twitch, forget about Twitch is another
knowing
thing
that,
altogether. They're crazy with stuff, but
that it was
YouTube,
gonna
like,
fucking
stuff that might be
it was
okay
gonna cancel
now,
his
they might
order,
change,
and I think he's
it's
trying
not
to
okay, like,
grift
year
a
from now,
Switch
2
2
years from now. And then you gotta go back
from
to a
his
video that's
fans.
been online for 2 years and edit.
That's what I think's happening.
So I err on the side of caution. And I'm
Is the game
Tom's
streaming
effort is out
right?
of control, and that bullshit. He needs to fix some of that spray.
Shibusawa,
Like
Yakuza.
Yakuza,
bro.
He was out of control all week.
It's a
All
Team
week.
Ninja
Told me,
game.
I got a very brief.
It is a
phone-
Team Ninja game.
I don't think I have it handy here,
It's a
but I got a
It's
very
Koei
brief,
Tecmo
phone call
game.
Tuesday.
It's got the same dev team as Ninja Gaiden. Woo!
He was throwing away all the Sprite and the pool and everything like
Okay,
that.
let me
It
know
was a
if, like-
battle all week. It was exhausting, quite frankly, all week to even get to this point.
Let me know if one's really loud versus the
Tony was
other.
brave. But Tony was originally couldn't come, and then
It's absolute shitting on his audience.
he
Yeah,
beat up the
he's
schedule.
banned
He was
loads of
gonna
new
come, and I found out
people.
during the stream, and I was talking about it for with Jim, and I was like,
He's banned
"So
loads of
Tony's
new
gonna
people
come."
tonight.
But I was like, man,
Again,
you
because
really gotta
they're
play it.
pointing out his
Cool,
hypocrisies.
'cause he's crazy. That's why
Somebody
I came up with that bit about,
somebody went on
hey, I'll pull
Walmart and
cops if
asked
you lay, you know,
about
if
why
you
the orders
get
were
violent. I
cancelled,
think that worked to some degree. but,
and
with Perry,
the
he
Walmart
said, no,
chat
look, if Tony leaves,
said that it was
if Tony
because-
leaves, you know,
well,
it was
because
really
he
bad. I would've liked
fucking,
him to have stayed, but, you know if
tried to order 2.
That's it. And maybe Perry's been really good about using that word and everything like that. It's just I noticed lately he uses it when he wants to be spiteful and like a real baby. So you can only do so much. Like I said, you can only lead a horse to water. You can only do so much. You know, there might
I
be
don't
some
have
day
to
where
go
he
to
just,
work
like,
until
literally
next Friday.
really wants to end everything or whatever. But deep down, he knows that this is good for him, and it earns him a decent living when he paid for all this stuff. But in the moment, he's never gonna acknowledge that. So that's where we are. I'm sure I'm gonna have to do it, like later today or whatever. So we'll see. We'll see how we go. And Monday he's gonna wear the costume, the Carbon Lion costume.
It is nice. Well deserved holiday. Well deserved. Testicle Tiger in chat as always.
I said on Monday I can't do. I have to take
Shout out Testicle Tiger watching the stream right
I don't
now.
know what after hours is. It's just when the stream's over, I'll come back.
I'm dead broke and owe tons of medical debt because my country sucks. Do you know what you need to do?
That's what we'll do. I can't do it.
You need to sue Tom Brennan for emotional distress.
Tom, you can have a long.
You need to say that like it's
Well, you know what he does lately?
It's
He doesn't do
unruly,
the rage
threatening
button necessarily. He
emails.
does sometimes, but he just
Of
won't answer the
course,
phone.
you
He
and
won't
your
answer the
family a
phone.
lot of
Go
panic.
radio silent. And of course, the last time he radio silent, he started destroying all that.
And that he
artwork.
falsely accused you of sending bricks.
So we'll see where we are. But yeah, it is. It's just he gets in this crazy. I mean, you guys saw the stream. He was a lunatic.
He's given up
with
on his
moments
legal
of,
threats, so as far as I
brief
can
moments
see.
of humanity. So we'll see what we do.
Did you see last night's stream, Harry and
Oh,
Bob?
I'm sorry. I know I missed the Tom's tip. It was hard when he was going. a little
Holy
crazy, but
shit.
We'll get to it. First thing.
The Perry and Bob streams.
So
Fuck.
yeah, the other thing I should mention is we're
That
taking
was
a few
gold.
weeks off in late June, early July. So Monday, June 19th is going to be our season finale, for lack of a better term. And then we take a few weeks off and we'll come back on July 10th.
I miss when they did the
Hope everybody's
seasons.
okay with that. Hope everybody enjoys their 4th of
Like,
July holiday.
the only good thing that Tom
Trey
B's
has to
done
do
is
a couple
Tom
things.
B
I
Week.
have some family things, and sometimes
Because
you need a little detox.
I'm
Make things
only
better.
the first one I've
And
ever
I
seen.
do want to launch some new graphics and things like that. We'll Steel 3.0. Hopefully that's ready by then. But and the other thing I want to mention is people asking about when is Perry going to dye his hair paint. That was a crowdsource that came in a while ago, and then we held it off because
I was at work. I was at work.
We're gonna do it on
I would have contributed to the
Perry will get his hair dyed pink.
the wall going on outside Reseda.
I heard that.
Had I not been at work, but
that Tony Hawk also is a hairdresser. So I think he
is there a setting where I can change the
no
button
stream on the anniversary of 92. No, we did that last year.
to look like PlayStation?
So no, I'm not gonna do that. And I don't really pay into the anniversary so much.
Yeah, no,
I should
it was
calculate the time he
really
wasted darting
fucking
and
good
editing
though,
into the
like
stream like a
really
soccer
good.
game. Yeah, that could be really. It was the darting was out of control today, so that would be really long. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen. Because we by the way, we really made a sincere offer to Sheila, his hairdresser, who do you want to be on the stream? I think Perry even offered. I think he and
Contribute to the wall
whatever
outside
he got
Bob's
for that
home.
crowdsource, and he got a decent amount for it.
Mate, Bob's
he
got a
offered us
fucking
$300.
fortress going on.
And that was as high as I was willing to go. I was like, listen, go as high as 300, but there's no way we're going to go.
Boom.
And she said no, she doesn't want to be on camera, so okay. Does Perry still owe a hot tub stream? Yes, he does. The hot tub at his apartment complex was broken at the time. What are you doing? Got redone. I don't know if the hot tub is operational yet.
Can you
Yes,
fucking
it does
lock
owe a
on?
hot
Oh, yeah,
tub
you can.
stream. Maybe even one of these weather matters stuff off the hot tub.
Maybe I shouldn't have tried to fight the guard completely unarmed. Okay, no, this is like a Souls-like.
We got a really big I gotta post these on Patreon because he called me angry. Again, we had like the briefest of conversations. It was one of these things I didn't even call him back. He hung up on me. Tuesday morning
What the
and he
fuck
called
was
again,
that?
he was mad about Rappin' Randy.
All Bob had to do
working
was
with
not
me
get
and his brother,
involved,
and
not
he
shit
pissed
on
about that.
illegal
And he called
deagle.
again about that.
He
And then we got in this whole
said
conversation.
a rude comment to illegal
I'll
deagle,
get those
and
cultivated and put those on Patreon.
he then got
Again, if you're
bricked.
not on Patreon, check out the new video from Potsdam. It's called Crash Test Perry. That's just Perry being totally lunatic. Screaming and blaming people, stealing his pills, all that stuff. Perry grandstand a lot when he's upset just to piss me off. It's not just to piss me off, it's just to kind of show that he's in charge. You know, it's very hard wrangling him
Bastard
to
sword.
do his job / stream when he's in that mode, and I do it as best as I can. But you know, there's times where it's just really tough. But yeah, he grandstands because he like a baby. Again, baby's the best way to explain it.
All he had
Just
to
acting
do
like a
was
baby.
not hate on the cinder block boys,
So
and he'd be okay.
he's out of control. I mean, he's just an out of control.
But now he's
lunatic,
just getting
especially
sent
over certain
blocks on
triggers
top
and
of
things.
blocks on top
And
of
lately it's
blocks.
been
And
Sprite.
poor
I don't
Gina
know where
Levy,
that came out. I know maybe in the past he said I don't like Sprite.
poor
but
Gina
really,
Levy is
he's
working
anti-Sprite.
overtime.
Poison thing. I mean, there was a thing. Was it last Friday? I don't remember when it was. Maybe it was last Friday.
Okay, is there any advantage to just like?
When he was screaming at me
I
about
can't
the
even-
Sprites, and he was just gonna go,
Yes, I can.
murderer, you're a murderer. You know, doing that fake voice thing. Will the full stream be on Patreon? No, it'll be on YouTube and Patreon. Friday streams will always
What
go
is
on
the
YouTube.
point
I
in
just have
this?
to do a
Strong
little
attack
editing,
break, quick
you know,
attack, keep
to put the two
production.
parts together, and, you know, all that stuff. 'Cause, I had
We're
to
learning,
stop it.
guys.
It wasn't a technical
We're
difficulty,
learning.
That was me actually stopping. I think I only had to do that once before. It's very rare. No, we probably would have been okay.
As per as well, we're gonna go full strength.
When's the cigarette taste test? I don't see him doing it.
Cigarette
Something that
taste
that
test
I
for
just
Perry.
don't see him doing. Yeah, no.
Trying to get Perry to
That's one.
smoke, but it's not even trying to get him to smoke really. But
Shout outs to Tony. I think Tony made, you know, I was
just the whole
I was
just the whole
surprised that actually
cigarette
Tony got
saga.
it.
The
I said
whole
to Tony,
cigarette
he
saga was quite good
legitimately in the air,
PCL
and, hey, I
stuff.
gotta pass through. I can stop over, and my initial instinct was no, Perry's too crazy. I don't know. Tony is a good idea. And I was like, well, hey, I don't want to make you in the way. And then when he said, hey, I'm in the area anyway, I was like, all right, well, the worst he could say is no. And then I was just like, hey, Perry, Tony can't stay long.
Okay, now we're actually cooking.
Sure. Anyway, Tony came in and as you all saw. The stream just started. No, it's over. So anyway, listen, we'll come back on Monday.
Now we are actually cooking.
For the 5 p.m. Pacific start. When we come back from break, they'll go back to 4
God,
p.m. Pacific
do I
start.
really want to do another
We might work with
Souls
the
Live
Friday,
though?
either keep 9
Question.
a.m. Pacific start, or maybe go a little later for the summer. Maybe we'll toy around with that. It depends on what you guys do. I know a lot of people like 9 a.m. A lot of people don't like 9 a.m. 9 a.m. is the only way we can do it. We have scheduled now. But in the summer that'll free up a little bit. I don't want to do an evening stream on Fridays, so it won't be that late. It'll still be in the daytime. It's not in the morning.
Have you played Cyberpunk? Yes, yeah,
If there's any more questions, I'm gonna wrap up and say thanks, guys. Thanks
I've
for hanging
played
out.
Phantom Liberty
Thanks
as
for putting
well.
up with Perry's
It's.
BS.
Do you know what?
I
Yeah,
know guys like Lose Asshole.
I'm
or,
glad I
you know,
waited for Cyberpunk.
Enjoy it and everything, but I do take it to heart when Perry's like turning down things left and right. And,
Because it's genuinely such a good game. Cyberpunk is. And I think a lot of people though dropped it because it was like pretty bad, like on launch, which is so valid.
I
Like,
have a guess that was more reasonable. 9 a.m.
if a game's
Yeah,
bad,
9 a.m.
fucking drop
Pacific
it.
works fine for me. East Coast time, and on Fridays it's great. How's T-ball? I'll tell you what.
However, yeah, Phantom Liberty was really fucking good. It's like Cyberpunk 2077. At least the people that played it at launch, it's genuinely that meme. You know the one of like the guy digging for diamonds, like the two guys, and one of them's walking away with like a little bit left, and the other one's rushing towards. Yeah, that's what like Cyberpunk's like. Because the people who gave it up.
It's a lot of work. But, oh, hang on a second. I think I have Tony on the phone. Hey, Tony, I'm on the air.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm good. I was hoping I could get on the air.
Yes, sir. It's a nice big strength weapon.
Wait, so I couldn't see, obviously off camera, but what happened? So I was saying on the air, like if you decide that it's time to leave, then
Will
Perry must be really
Cable.
bad. And I couldn't see
Who
once you moved
thinks
past the
he's
camera.
Tony
take it
Hawk?
from there, like what happened? Like what was going on?
There is a certain look he gets in his eyes where there is no coming back from. You know?
Yeah.
The Tony and Perry like abuse saga has been going on for years. It's just like
Of course.
and at that point, I was just like,
the ante has just been increased now
Like I said, I didn't think I could make it. And I was
because of
so,
because of the
I
Twitter
wasn't
guy.
using them out of 7, and I was like, this is just not going to end well.
Yeah. Well, was he being violent? Like was he hit? Like were you guys just locked in the
Tower of
Yes,
London, by
yes.
the way.
We were just locked. Like all the other attacks.
This is a game about me.
Nothing, absolutely nothing. Like nothing I really even thought about. That was like, oh my god, he is really just out of
beautiful.
control. Like he could have like poked my eyes out.
Well, I think that's a good move, and I realized this over the years of dealing with him. When he gets really
Have you
out of
played Neo
control
2?
and he starts like getting physical,
Because
the best
from what
way
I've heard,
to
Neo
approach
2
him,
is
you're an
like
expert at
very,
this now,
very good.
Is to lock him up, like basically just grab. So he's trying to grab you, you're grabbing him, so he can't punch you or anything like that. You guys are just locked. So
Yep.
I don't know if that's a wrestling move or whatever it is, but I think that's the best way to handle it in the next stage.
Oh no, it was a judo throw,
When he gets
Tom.
locked,
That's all it was.
takes a lot of energy for him to yell. So if he's yelling, physical, yeah, it'll look bad, but it's really not that bad because he's watching himself yell. So like I don't know if you saw today, I sat down in his chair. That was because I
Is
knew
this
if he
like
got me, it would be
Yes, it
sorry,
is.
I'm driving.
No, it's okay.
It would be like, look, if I sit down and he grabs me, I can keep him locked and all fine. But we were both standing, he was locked, and he had me from behind, and that's the worst if I'm not facing him.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, this could get bad. This is when I end up being thrown into the bookshelf or something, and then the bookshelf comes down.
Right,
just
and you also have an
fucking
appointment to
bonfire.
go to. You don't want to show up there with like,
Gotta
a
bet
black and
my
blue in the
commentary
face.
makes
Exactly.
DSP look
I'm showing
entertaining.
up, I am so sticky. And I was like, oh, dumb me, I can go.
At the
It's just
minute,
not
anyway.
right on me. Yeah,
Saturday stream.
Well, you didn't.
Saturday
it wasn't
stream,
like
I'll
last
have,
time when you were covered in wet
I will have a
cement
lot
kitty.
of energy.
Exactly.
I'll be
exactly.
hot.
That's what I was like, oh, I'm not
Fans
gonna
will be
do it, 'cause I'm
hot.
coming in there from the pool.
So I was saying, I was teasing this other people, but one of your many talents is hairdressing, right, and hair dye.
These are after hours. I might have to stop watching them soon because they just get fucking really
Yeah, I was saying
boring.
that I think we should do that because I think if we do it before taking a couple of weeks off, then you won't get the
Why
full
are
effect
these
of it.
better than what I've
So
got
I
them
think
in it?
what we're gonna do is we're gonna do it if you're
That's
around
right.
Monday, July 10th for that stream.
I should be just.
And if you're not, then we'll do it at a time where you are there. Obviously, you can do it that Friday, you know, whatever.
Yeah. No, right around then I should be getting back into town.
Yeah. And I'll have him.
That out.
I'll have him not
ahead.
get any more dye jobs from Sheila between now and then, so we can go like really. So we can go like really.
I
gray,
really want to see Sheila.
Because you don't want to do that when you've got like a fresh, like, you know,
Because,
brown, dark brown
God,
dye.
again with the DSP
Right.
stuff. But
No, you want to get him with his little old
DSP,
Yeah, maybe
the
bleach it
barber that he
beforehand, I don't
goes
know.
to,
We'll see.
Curls and Twirls Renton, has closed down.
Yeah, yeah, you know, we'll see.
It must have been
looks
about
like
a
he's
year
still
ago
maintaining
now that they closed down. I
Whatever
don't
Jack-
think Phil has had his haircut ever since, by the way. I could be wrong, but
And as we
I'd
know
have to
from
check
your
Pig
waxing
Pig
guy,
Go,
he
but I
does
don't
look
think
like
he's
Eric, so
mentioned a
it's wondering if
haircut.
he's
And it doesn't look like he's had his haircut.
I don't know. Like, I see pictures from my last waxing, and I'm like, oh my god, and I kind of feel bad sometimes.
Well, you know what it was? It was that one product that really like left marks. Like it was almost like a burn or something. Like, I forget it.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Yeah, there were times where because if you look at that video he does where he's doing the spaghetti samurai cooking
Yeah,
thing,
that's the one.
that was done
Oh,
right
mate,
after
these guys
that.
do
and it's
too much.
The people that watch that video, like they don't know anything about what happened. Like they're like, what the hell is going on with that chest?
Yeah, I thought you got a chemical burn.
Yeah,
Fuck.
and it took a good couple of months to get back to 100%. Like it was like there were times where like people would say, "Hey, Tom, top off," and he'd take the shirt off. He'd be like, "Oh my god!" It would be like months after that, and it would still be some little kind of mark.
Yeah. Hopefully, no physical marks, but something along those lines can happen with the hair dye.
All of Fairy's marks are psychological.
Yes, definitely. I hope
Low
they,
key locked the fuck in. I'm locked in.
I don't even think he's gonna remember what we did today.
No, you're right. He'll remember some beats, but he won't remember all of it. And what I like about every time that you leave the apartment, Fairy's like, he's never allowed here again.
It really would be nice, yeah, if the after hours weren't such a fucking snooze fest.
Never allowed here. So,
Oh my god.
so yeah, I think he'll remember it. Sorry, go ahead.
I hope. Do they go over well? Because again, I have no clue how it's going over.
But
on-
did
You
these
know,
both
it's the
just
same way
like
for
take me to the same
where
place?
I don't know how
Oh,
it's
I
going.
bet.
I don't know how it's going either. Like
They
by,
do.
by that I mean I don't know how. Like everything's subjective. Like everything in comedy is subjective. I was talking to somebody the other day who's gonna try to edit some older streams because I want to put like maybe like edited versions of the streams on YouTube, like maybe digest.
Tom wants a clip channel.
About like new people that come over to Perry.
Was this before they met fucking Garrett, or...?
You know, they look at his channel and they say,
I don't know.
When you watch the stream, you get a little taste of, oh, this one's 8 hours, this one's 6 hours, this one's 4 hours, this one's 5 hours. It's
I
a
don't
lot.
know.
So,
This
you
isn't
maybe
after
take
work
the best elements of the
chill
stream and kind of
gaming
cut it down to
session.
20, 30 minutes. And my point with that is I was
Is what
talking to
this
this
is.
person and they were like, oh, what about this bit and this bit? I'm like, you know, that's the thing with editing comedy is that
Can't
it's so
escape through the
subjective. Like,
gate.
you would choose to keep in, I might choose to keep out.
No
and then
speed
the
running.
People watching, they could be like, oh my god, this part's funny. I don't know why they kept this in. So, and that's I think how Perry turned all live is. So the long-winded answer to the question is, I think it went great because I just also watch with a little concern and when things get a little heated when charging.
Oh yeah, and just so the stream knows, Tom really warned me. I mean, he does a lot, but he was like, he's, you know, in a rare form today, and it was.
You
rare.
can't do the thing you can do in most
Yeah,
games.
and
where
I
you
think
can just
you-
like if you
you've been
rotate
really
the
good
stick,
about
your
that,
character
where
spins
you adjust
around.
yourself accordingly, not just by my
Unfortunate.
warning, but you see how he is. And like for instance,
yeah.
when Francis
Especially in
offered,
Souls-likes, it is
whatever it
unfortunate.
was to take the shirts and put them on the chandelier, and your break is like, okay, let's do that. You get up and do that, but you're doing that knowing that Perry's going to charge after you. It's not a matter of if he's going to, it's a matter of when. And then how you work your way out of it.
Did Tom just self-report? I thought I
shows,
dodged that.
you know, your talent for,
Oh sure.
you know, that's where the real work comes in. Work, you know, it's very easy to get into a mess with Perry. It's very hard to get out of it.
Yeah, that's 100%.
I'm really excited for Saturday restream though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, well, yeah, I have my doctorate in it.
I mean, seriously,
I could teach a college class.
Saturday restream is going to be good. I've heard Neo 2 is really good. Are you watching like the world's biggest delay right now?
Oh,
'Cause I said that about 10 minutes
yeah,
ago.
yeah, that's when he turned off the computer. That took me by
I
surprise.
said about
yeah.
10 minutes ago.
Yeah,
Cool
because I just, we were talking about whatever, and I was like, oh, think it'll be easy to make him think he's getting moved into an old age home. And we were like, oh yeah, just mention something like there's a tour or an open house.
Right.
And boom, I wanted it, and I instantly screamed shut down.
I'm hyped too. I'll be working.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, did I tell you? I don't think I've told you.
No, you won't be working.
So I tried to like offset.
You're sick
him
that
rage
day, aren't
quitting.
you?
Like, by the way, I don't mind when he turns it off at the end. Like today at the end, I was saying that you were coming back, but
I'm in
because I didn't think it would be very
Tarkov
interesting to sit there, seeing him.
Never played Tarkov.
It was like, so I wanted to get a little,
This is
excitement.
top of the tower.
So then I don't mind. Like if you never hear me fighting it towards the end, that means everything that we've done is done. I don't, it's fine if he turns it down. But during the stream, it's really aggravating, and it's a whole process to get it back. If you've seen it, like when you've been there, like I have to get everything loaded again. I have to get this ported back.
I think, by the way, I don't know if you follow Rax stuff,
I said to him,
but I think
I didn't know
Rax trolls have
bad about it and made me think about it.
managed to convince him that Marty's alive again.
What? And I'm like, yeah, because they let you on for free, but if you gotta but if you go on twice in the same, I forget how I wrote it. If you gotta go in twice for the same spectrum, they charge you for the bandwidth. So I gotta pay $150.
Which is big if true, huge if true.
And so he's like, and he heard that, of course, as I'm saying this to him, it's like reasonable parody. It was not on the air, and he's like, oh god, I'm sorry for that. So I'm like, yeah, every time that we go back on the air after you shut down, I gotta pay for it. I did say, I think I might have said to him today, like when he was trying to shut down, like, hey, this is gonna get expensive, don't do this.
Yes,
but it doesn't make that much of a difference because he still threatened it quite a lot. He maybe doesn't pull the trigger as hard, but I'm like, does he care enough about me, like having to spend X amount of money? Yeah, I'm not. It's not. They don't charge me.
I thought this game was supposed to be hard, dude. I've just beat the boss.
Oh, did I say? I don't
And I
remember.
didn't
if I
even
said
take
it on the air,
damage.
I don't know if it was like
Very intense first-person shooter,
I don't know, maybe
which
I was
requires
always
tons of
really rampant
attention.
with it. I was like, not for nothing.
Not true.
And I
If
gotta
you're
say,
listening to this
you also,
stream in the meantime,
somebody said in the chat that I
must not require that much attention.
I believe that because you do lose viewers. Like the diehards are always gonna find when it goes back on, but if you're down for like 5-10 minutes and you gotta go back up, you're not getting the same views. So that's that's definitely something. So, but anyway, it's just preventing, and that's what I like about when we're all in the same room and we're doing the stream. It's like riding a bull.
I'm just
usually
godless.
Fridays are kind of like
True.
easy. Friday's just supposed to be ancillary bonus stream.
This is the phase 2 of the first boss.
For a long time, it was super easy. It was cruise control, and I was like, I can almost watch the stream, like, and not really like just way back and watch them open down, watch the comments, and everything like that. With this one, I was on edge the entire time. I was like all hands on deck, like I'm right to the kill switch just in case, and, especially when you showed up, I'm worried about him like attacking you. It was a great job. The long answer was actually good. It was good. It would not have been the same. I'm really glad he told me totally I was disappointed, but part of me was like, maybe that's for the best because he's so crazy this week. I don't know how.
This is not the weapon I'm using.
But what's great about you two is if you're at the door, you're not asking to come in. You're just expecting to come in. So
It's pretty fucking cool.
I'm there. I am getting in.
you're right.
I sound like that schizo that joined the server last week.
Like you're walking.
You look like it as well because you're the only one talking in chat. We got a lot of silent lurkers here, guys. If anyone could, the silent majority could help reach a tips goal, I think that would be great.
On my way out. I'm gonna go sit down.
So somebody asked about you. Perry said the F word and N word is all. Well, first of all, let's go through all those words. Perry never said.
Perry never says the N word.
The F word is somewhat researched.
Well, yeah, Perry has a sign that says "Don't say the N word,"
Now he says it to like me.
which is crazy funny to me.
The R word isn't even that big of a deal. That's not even a problem. I try to minimize it because, like I said earlier, it could be a problem in 2 or 3 years from now, and I'm just saving future Tom work of like, oh man, now I got to go back and edit every stream where Perry said the R word or something. You know what I mean? So.
But retard in 2023 was like.
That's what it is. Anyway.
It still
no,
is like.
It was a great job
pretty
all
bad
all
word
around.
to say.
It was really phenomenal.
Great.
I don't really care about it. Like,
And how about him freaking out?
funnily enough, and this is going to sound horrible.
No, I didn't talk about that at all.
It's
No, it
really bad.
Well,
But the only people pressed about the word retard and retards.
He just kept, if he was looking ahead, he was only looking at the camera angle to see what you were doing.
Right.
Which I think is quite funny because like 8 out of 10 black people, at least that I've encountered,
Which is such a great
don't care about the M word.
That's
Not
the thing
like
he values. And how
I
many of
say
them were
it
there?
because I don't.
4 2-liters.
4 2-liters.
But like most of them that I've encountered genuinely don't care.
And you went more nuts on that than like the ones that were like.
Fucking.
And there was ones that you were pouring in that you didn't shake
Yeah,
up.
most of the
literally,
F words, like they don't go around calling each other that. They take offense to that word. But yeah, they don't go around calling each other that.
So literally only 2 I took off. All the other ones, you know, it was him running around, banging, doing things. Took him up on his own.
The good news of the blight about.
I did notice
Do you,
that. And then there was times where I thought he was going to go a lot
fucking
crazier
Patreon as well,
than he
or
did because
you just not paying for it at all?
Like you'd be right on top of him, and
Because I know they kicked you out of Patreon, but
and I thought, oh my god, he's going to go absolutely mental, and then he didn't.
An ironic twist.
Yeah,
because I want to know if they've got any.
And again, another crazy thing is that sandwich he ate from Dave's Hot Chicken. I
Any
bought a bite
fucking
of one of those. Are
good shit
insanely hot. And he was sweating. I don't know if you can see him. He was red,
What's it called?
but he still
Like
ate
the
whole
brick
thing.
stuff.
Yeah, and that's why I say he can handle heat so well. When he gets mad, he screams at me at the top. He goes into the fake voice territory where I'll say, hey, Perry, you can handle spice very well. It's like, no, I'm not saying that you don't feel it. But, I mean, look, he did that, like, Satan's blood or whatever it was. That crap is like, that's an extract. That's not even hot sauce. That's like an extract that you're supposed to mix with something else. It is... He took it. Now, I'm not saying he did
I will officially.
But he took it, and he could do
I will
like
officially
a hot wings
begin
competition
restreaming.
or something like that. He totally could. He'd scream
Choose your
and yell
preferred
about it, but
weapon.
he'd be able to do it. He could do, and you and I are kind of the same age. So, and the one thing I've noticed is I used to handle spice really well, and I noticed as I get older, I don't handle it as well.
None. I can't do. I have to do mild now, and I used to be able to do hot.
Same.
But he's 60, and he can still.
Yeah.
Choose another weapon.
My throat would close up. But he,
Do I have to?
Yeah. Right.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So that's one of his many superpowers. But again, I think the thing
I guess
that
we've
makes
got
Perry
axe.
great is he doesn't realize what makes him great or entertaining, and that's one of them. It's like, you know, you give him a compliment like, "Wow, you're great at eating spicy stuff." F you, yes.
I like the shark one more, but
and then
strength is always what I build in these
even when
kinds of
turning down
games.
offers and stuff, which I know does legitimately piss some people off, but it's like, would you want to tune into somebody who's willing, you know, oh, thank you, yes.
If
I'll
you're a
do it.
first time
You
player,
know,
yeah,
you
go
could
on
do,
then. What?
You could do a stream with a guy like High Pitch Eric or something like that, and you could send him, you know, delivery, but that guy's not going to turn down anything. Oh, thank you, filet of fish. Oh, this is great, thank you.
Yeah.
And maybe some people, you know, I'm sure
Holy
he
shit.
could do well with people.
It's just dawned on me. He's talking. These are his own words, by the way.
People sending him deliveries, but he's not going to get mad at any. You know, that's the thing about Perry is he's entertaining despite his best efforts.
I need to download this. Sometimes I found, like, during these after hours, yeah, there's so much dead air. And then at one point, Tom just drops a bomb like this.
Do delivery, but that guy, oh, thank you, yes. No, he doesn't get, you know, you give him a compliment like, "Wow, you're great at eating spicy stuff." F you, yes, yeah. And then
What time are we? 36:58. Who's this schizo posting gay retard? Is that the one that you were talking about? They're in chat right now. 6223. Is it 3058? 36.
you know, he doesn't get, you know, even when he's turning down offers and stuff, which I know
Good
does
night,
legitimately piss
Nemus.
some people off, but it's like, would you
I
want
might
to tune into
like-
somebody who's
I'm sure.
willing, you know,
Spend.
oh, thank you, yes, I'll do this, you know, because you could do, you could do a stream with a guy like High Pitch Eric or something like that, and you could send him, you know, delivery, but that guy's not going to turn down anything. Oh, thank you, fillet of fish. Oh, this is great. Thank you.
Yeah.
I want to
And
listen
maybe
to
some
this
people,
one.
you know, I'm sure he could do well with people sending him deliveries, but he's not going to get mad at any. You know, that's the thing about Perry is he's entertaining despite his best efforts.
Yes. He, no matter how, and yeah, no matter how hard he tries to shoot himself in the foot, nope, it just keeps working out better.
Yeah. So
Hey,
anyway,
I got to jump here. I'm at my meeting. Thank you so much for having me.
We'll pin 3750 for now. Interesting.
Fans, you're the best. And I'm looking so much forward for us to all be in the room again and having a stream.
yes, and seeing Perry naked again.
23804.
Oh, can't get enough of that. All right, I'll talk to you guys.
All right, have a great one, Tony. Great job.
Yeah, well, we'll do 3810. 3810 will do.
So that was, yeah, that's Tony was great. Somebody says High Pitch is also a idiot and a criminal. I don't know about idiot. I like High Pitch. I know he's done some, let's say, devious things, business wise, and you know maybe
What's this
owes,
fucking...
people money and things like that. That's you know that's it.
God, I don't know who this schizo
High Pitch.
poster
Yeah,
is.
everybody's
They're
got their
just,
opinion on High
they're
Pitch.
not entertaining enough to me.
But listen, so guys, what I'll do is I'll put the stream back up in one piece, and that'll be up later today. And anybody who missed After Hours and wants to catch that, that'll be on my channel. I won't put that won't be included on the PCL. That'll go to what is my channel? I think it's @Tom_Brennan on YouTube. But yeah, it's just if you just search After Hours, you'll find it. What's the plan for Gavin Show? He's a buddy of yours. I don't know. I have to have a talk about it and figure it out.
I don't know why I did the tutorial.
What the plan is. Any comment
When
on
I know
offers,
this.
deals,
Why does it give you a tutorial
I
after
heard
you've
about that. I
done
didn't
the
hear
first
it.
mission?
But I'll say this. I don't have any problem with that guy, Aaron. You know, I think a comment, not I think, this is what happened. A comment.
It
came
gives
up
you a
on the
tutorial
stream
after you've done the
on
tutorial,
our
question
stream,
mark.
And I had commented on it. I probably should have articulated it better, but I saw their tweet about they were doing this
It's
whole
all the way out
bit
here.
about Perry allegedly in blackface on Kumia, and from my point of view, I thought that I don't know what they were going for, and I don't think they knew what we were going for because you know, of course, they're doing it until we're doing our show. But I'll say this: I don't know if too many people know what I'm talking about, but I said way more positive things about the guy who does that show, Aaron, than anything negative. In fact.
Is it going to keep
The
dropping
one
them
thing
in
I've said,
until
I'll
I
say this
dodge
again,
something?
is Perry's gone on quite a few shows as a guest that deals with super chats, and where he goes on somebody's show, and the person hosting the show benefits from all of the super chats that come in. Perry's audience goes to them.
Yes, it is.
And Perry's audience sends in these super chats on these other shows. And out of all those shows, Steel Toe was the only one who actually sent Perry a Venmo after the show that split the super chats 50-50. So I thought that was a class move. So that's what I'm saying. You guys want to get in the trenches with that, have at it. But and also the other thing too, I am so fatigued by all these streaming wars, and I know people use them for content, and because it is content. When somebody says something about you, you want to come on. Like if I did that kind of thing, I'd play a video clip and pause it every 2 seconds, and have this direct back. But I'm not gonna do it. I think streaming wars are cringe. I mean streamer wars. I don't mean like Netflix versus HBO Max. I mean like streamer wars. But I've just seen from like
these stances.
Some of these other people that get into these really nasty
I don't know about
back and forths.
I could see high stance being useful, like to switch into after mid stance, but I don't know about low stance.
I don't want to get it. I got no problem.
Mid stance seems very useful for just killing normal enemies.
I think there was some miscommunication there. So whatever. And he has to do a show and make it entertaining. So be it if it's at my expense, because I did probably snipe a comment in there where I said something about their audience, and I probably shouldn't. I probably should have just kept my mouth shut. But I just think all these. I don't want to name any names, but like if you guys follow, like even like the Shuli Network and some of these other things. Not that Shuli Network gets involved in these battles, but like the people in their universe, like it's really cringe, and I don't want to get involved in any of that. So I don't do. We don't do. PCL doesn't do rivalries. We don't do. We're not gonna do back and forth or rants or anything. The only rivalries that we like here at PCL are the fabricated ones. We like our rivals are DSP and Kenny Caravello Live and Hot Amy.
Our rivals are DSP.
Things like that. We're not getting into real rivalries. Wild Bill with the $19.99 super chat says, Tom, I actually owe you an apology. You do not owe me an apology. I made Perry call you a douchebag 10 times in a row and gave you the double finger. He was a huge baby today. I'll put it off for later this week to make up for it. You don't have to apologize. I don't have a rule. I don't see DSP stuff posted anymore. Yeah, I don't either. I don't know if DSP has disappeared or just the interest has gone away or whatever. You're right.
Okay, so
I don't see too much.
It seems like key pulses.
I don't see too much DSP stuff these days.
Are only really necessary for yokai.
Does DSP think Perry is a distractor? No, I think DSP knows what Perry is, but he foolishly could have really leaned into that and played around a little bit and maybe got some respect or maybe, got in our wheelhouse a little bit, and he didn't. He blocked Perry. He blocks anybody that goes into his chat and mentions Perry. And like I said, our guy Scott, who is the godfather of PCL, he made a real offer to DSP for some serious money. Flat cash offer if he would go on Perry's stream as a guest. And he ignored it. So he's kind of Perry asking that way. He turns down.
I will never understand why they give you like multiple weapons to use in FromSoft games.
It's just stupid. So what are you gonna do? I never knew about DSP until it became a fake rivalry on here. So I don't know anything about it.
Like range weapons, fair enough. Like one melee and one ranged.
I remember sending Perry a DSP cameo during that time. Perry scared us and Perry flipped out really hard. Oh, I don't remember that. Was that actual DSP? Is DSP even on cameo? Randy says pronouncing Candelabra as Cinderella was classic. Yeah, I like that too.
I'm surprised I shot as well as I did with the fucking controller.
Candelabra with Michael Douglas playing Liberace. I believe he's seen that. I don't know what. What am I talking about? Perry has no real short-term memory, so. Like he could see a movie. Like he's every now and again I call him. He's watching that Black Widow movie that came out a couple of years ago, and I'm like, haven't you seen that like 6 times? And he's like, yeah, but I don't remember it so well, so I'm just refreshing my memory. So I'm like, wow, that's gotta be fun. So like every time you watch a movie that you've seen before, you're watching it for the first time. So that was good. Did DSP turn down $50K from GameStar? That I don't know about. That's insane. I would call $50K nice. Yeah, that's why he's got a right thing tattoo.
The living weapons look pretty cool.
So he remembers that he's an actor and a skateboarder. And turned
Okay, it does
50K
deplete at the top.
negative. But that's what. So people that know about DSP, and I know a lot of people came. That was the kind of thing about saying fake rivalries is we got a lot of new fans from people who were DSP detractors or just hate watch DSP. That was a huge benefit. I don't know if it went the other way, but what does he do? Does he just game? Like, is he just a gamer? Like, or does he have some kind of spin on it?
Yeah,
Omega
I'm a
says, "I'm the
gamer.
Uncle, I do a lot for 50K." Yeah, me too. I would do pretty much anything for 50K.
I'm getting very tired. It probably wasn't a good idea to stream after work.
I have a lot of house expenses at the moment.
I'm gonna save when I can and probably go to bed, I think.
Perry got me started keeping napkins on my computer desk. Well, he's really good at that. He's really good at organizing too. Okay, so he games and reflects. Please leave the after show in the version of the upload. I don't like doing that. I don't like leaving, if I come back on after the stream to rant, I don't like leaving that on the official Perry Caravilla Live streams because I don't feel like this is Perry Caravilla Live. And I don't know, I feel like the
is there
TCL
a
stuff
auto
should be
save?
self-contained, and once Perry signs off, that's the end.
No,
But like
I think
said,
you
will
have to
post
pray,
it
don't you?
separately on my channel. If not today, I'll do it tomorrow. I mean, maybe I'm wrong about that, but that's just I just feel like, if I come back and I rant for like 2 hours and extend the stream, I don't feel like that's, because somebody could see that, like, oh look, that's an 8-hour stream, I'm not gonna watch that. But it's mainly it's just like me BSing with you guys for 2.5 hours. Is Barry going on William Randolph first or Gavin? Yeah, Gavin can do whatever he wants as far as his character stuff, but
yeah.
My thing with Gavin is I'd want to school him a little bit and update him on modern Perry, and obviously make sure there's no politics involved, which I think he's getting away from anyway.
Okay.
Do we allow people that live close to Perry to meet him or invite him to lunch? We would do that.
I think it was a very bad idea to stream after work. That being said, we did get a couple. Well, I say a couple. We got one good clip off Brennan, but we got a good way into an after hours that I otherwise wouldn't have watched. So, in that regard, it's good. And I'm gonna read the Kiwi Farms before I get off because it seems like it's popping off. Tom's self-felt is there. Okay, someone needs to tell me why Brick's upset that thin-skinned faggot so badly. I haven't watched a full stream since that shit he pulled in 2022, so I have no idea what's wrong with him now. Is he just mad it's a bit he didn't come up with? Or do the bricks symbolise something in his twisted sad life? Just a theory, all the food that Perry gets, Tom can use it as an excuse to not give Perry money for food. With all the junk art and toys, Tom can put them up for auction to make money. With the bricks, Tom can't sell them or make Perry eat them. He's going to have to pay to have them hauled away. These bricks cost Tom money, and that's the only thing he really cares about regarding TCL. After reviewing footage, it appears that Bob was gone for about 38 minutes total, a new record in terms of recent stream derailments. Previous best was around 20 minutes. Bob blamed it on his dogs and then a car crash that supposedly happened outside his house. You missed the stream, and you definitely missed an event. Tom Brennan and Bob spent most of the night menacing delivery drivers, while Perry was left to fill the dead air. Once the show had been editing down. Once the show has been edited down, pardon me, I'm tired. There will likely be a recap stream in the near future, so stay tuned for that. Without further ado, here's the delivery pictures. Holy shit, we got a picture of Bob's patio. Oh my god. I thought the AI brick art was like I didn't think the bricks were all stacked like that. Why have they stacked them like that? It's quite funny though. And there's just one cinder block, like, right at the Villa La Paloma sign. Brilliant. Oh, man. What else is there? You're doing God's work. I haven't paid this much. I haven't been paying this much attention to the PCL sphere for quite some time, but the Brick Boys saga has been amazing. Please keep updating the thread with pictures like this. I might have to start watching again if this keeps up. Place looks like it could use renovations. Just seems to be lacking some appropriate materials. The dinosaur going out of business. Fast, I was thinking the same thing. Holy shit, Kiwi Farms has been active. Maybe Perry could use the cinder blocks to build a wall to keep Tom's ponderous, girthy ass out of his apartment. That's actually brilliant. It's so simple and devious at the same time. Anything that puts stress on Tom's cholesterol-clogged swine... Anything that puts stress on Tom's cholesterol-clogged swine arteries. That is almost as good as Grandma Robin's ancient dried up fuckhole. Is fine by me. Accelerate. Send the whole patio kit from Lowe's. Send one of those kits to build a brick barbecue kit. There's a link here. I don't know what this leads to. I mean, I can see it's a YouTube link, but... This site can't be reached. Yeah, brilliant. Cinderlocks in front of Levy's house cracked me up. No wonder he disappeared for so long from Wednesday's stream. As much as it doesn't matter, I do love how recent events have reinvigorated this thread. I do love refocusing my former love of the Big Three into vitriol against PCL. Bob Levy being involved in all this really puzzles me. The D-list comedian from back when the Stern Show was funny, the guy who fucked Robin Quivers, the guy who now sits in a clustered Reseda apartment and joins in on a long ongoing humiliation ritual. How long till I check in here and see Beetlejuice or High Pitch Eric on a stream? Is Tom mining Stern Show rejects for talent now? Not gonna lie though, I'd give anything to see Perry and Elliot often have a frank exchange of ideas. You're thinking of C-list comedian Jim Florentine. Bob Levy is the guy whose bit was pretending that he didn't know how to spell. Artie Lang also took him on tour because he felt bad for him. It's been so long since I listened to Stern. Interesting. Interesting stuff. The thread, the farms are more active than ever. The bricks are more active than ever. The cinder blocks will not stop. Sad to say, Testicle Tiger has not been in chat. But she should... No, I'm not going to say that, actually. I'm not going to say that. Because I think I would genuinely want to hang